Hello Wrexham fans. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and look, one player leaves, but two great players arrive. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and leave a like to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack appointed Phil Parkinson as Wrexham manager in 2021, following the departure of Dean Keats. Since then, the Red Dragons have continued to grow, recently winning promotion to the Championship. But not everything is rosy. Opta's supercomputer indicates that Wrexham could indeed face relegation risk in the 2025-26 season. Even so, a board member made it clear that Reynolds and Mack's plan goes far beyond simply avoiding relegation. What Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack want from Phil Parkinson in the Championship. In the long term, the owners are aiming high. They want to see Wrexham in the Premier League, ideally by 2027. This means that promotion this season isn't a given, but it's an important step in the club's journey. Wrexham's CEO Michael Williamson gave more details to The Telegraph about the club's ambitions for the 2025-26 season. "We've decided we're going to be competitive and see how far we can go. If we can maintain consistency throughout the season, we can aim for the playoffs." He added, "If we're in the playoffs at the end of the season, I think we have a great chance of promotion, just because of what we represent, the DNA of the club, the resilience, and what it means for the city and the team." What Wrexham expects from its players in the Championship. With each promotion, the club has released, sold, or loaned key players. This summer, Paul Mullen and Stephen Fletcher left the club, and other players want to know exactly what's expected of them this season. Williamson made it clear, they need to stay true to who we are and what we represent. If they do that, they'll be fulfilling their role at the club. Speaking on the latest episode of the Rob Ryan Red podcast, journalist Rich Fay brought news that could shake up Wrexham's transfer market. Defender Dan Scarr may be on the verge of leaving the club. Wrexham are eyeing Cardiff City's Callum Chambers, and it's believed Scarr's departure could pave the way for the former England international's arrival. Fay commented, "I've heard Dan Scarr could also be heading to League One." For those unfamiliar with the situation, Scarr was hailed as a magician in the final games of last season, filling in for the injured Ewan O'Connell and helping the Red Dragons secure promotion. However, some doubts have arisen about his ability to handle the intense pace and physicality of the Championship. In particular, he struggled against Hull City, especially against striker Ollie McBurney. What does Scarr's departure mean for Wrexham? If he does leave, it would indicate that Phil Parkinson is planning to strengthen his central defence. Keep in mind that Parkinson favours a 3-5-2 formation, and the Championship is a league that demands a lot from the defence. Scarr's departure could pave the way not only for the signing of Chambers, but also for more defensive reinforcements. And what about Scarr's destination? There are a few possibilities. His former club, Plymouth Argyle, who recently relegated to League One, could be an option. A deal involving Cardiff is also possible, with Scarr going there and Chambers arriving at Wrexham. Another interested club would be Reading, which is looking to strengthen its squad, and the experienced defender would be a perfect fit. Wrexham had an impressive summer, breaking the club's transfer record more than once. First, Liberato Kakes arrived in a record-breaking deal, and soon after, Lewis O'Brien from Nottingham Forest surpassed that figure, raising the bar even higher. And now, Wrexham has broken the record again with the arrival of Nathan Broadhead from Ipswich Town, in a deal that could reach £10 million. This makes him one of the most expensive signings in the club's history. Broadhead reacts to his return to Wrexham. Nathan Broadhead didn't play in Ipswich's defeat to Bromley this week, but rumours had already pointed to his release to join Wrexham. And finally, the 27-year-old striker is back. It's worth noting that Broadhead came through the Wrexham youth system before joining Everton as a youngster. Now, returning to his hometown club, he expressed his excitement. "I've been waiting a long time and I'm delighted to be joining the club. Belief will be the most important thing for us this season. We want to bring everyone from North Wales to Stoke Caerhas and show that faith in us." What Phil Parkinson said about Broadhead. Wrexham manager Phil Parkinson is excited about the impact Broadhead can have on the team. The striker has signed a 4-year contract and could come straight into the squad to face West Bromwich Albion this weekend. Parkinson added, "I'm delighted to welcome Nathan to the club. He's a local boy who had a real desire to come and play for his hometown club. We're all looking forward to working with him over the coming seasons. With 13 goals in Ipswich's 2023-24 promotion campaign, Broadhead brings proven championship experience and promises to strengthen the Red Dragons' attack, especially after recent injuries. With this signing, it's clear that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney are continuing to invest heavily in giving Parkinson the best tools to fight for the championship. In the latest episode of the Rob Ryan Red podcast, journalist Nathan Salt brought some breaking news. Wrexham had a £2 million offer for Manchester City defender Callum Doyle rejected. For those unfamiliar, Doyle is a young defender, just 21 years old, but he already has considerable experience in English football. Last season, he played for Norwich City, on loan from Manchester City, and also had important stints in the Championship with Leicester City and Coventry City. Despite his young age, Doyle has already made 98 appearances in the English Second Division, with 1 goal and 9 assists, showing that he is more mature and solid than many realize. Nathan Salt commented, "Wrexham made an offer for Callum Doyle, but according to some sources, Manchester City found the £2 million offer laughable. They made it clear that negotiations only begin around £8 million, so you can see the huge discrepancy between what Wrexham offered and what City expects to receive. In other words, there's still a long way to go before Doyle can join the Red Dragons, but the club's interest remains strong." What this means for Wrexham. With Nathan Broadhead's arrival all but confirmed, the question remains: will Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney move to increase their offer and bring Doyle now, or will they wait for other opportunities? What we do know is that Wrexham isn't finished in the transfer market yet, and defense is a top priority for Phil Parkinson. The manager wants to strengthen the squad for the championship, and Doyle is clearly a quality target who can bring solidity to the team. Callum Doyle is highly rated. The defender isn't just impressive for his number of appearances, but also for his quality. Norwich defender Shane Duffy had impressive praise for Doyle. "He has the world at his feet. He's a very good player and an incredible person. He just wants to learn and understands a lot about English football. I'm sure he has an incredible future in football." And Sunderland fans had also noticed Doyle when he played in League One in 2021-22. The young defender stands out for his tactical intelligence, positioning, and ability to play at a high level despite his youth. Why Doyle is important to Wrexham. If Parkinson manages to secure Doyle's signing, he wouldn't just be strengthening the defense. He would be adding a young player with championship experience and potential for growth, making him a long-term investment for the club. Furthermore, Doyle could form a solid defensive partnership with players like Connor Cody, and also open up space for other transfer moves. With defense being a critical area, Doyle's arrival could be the key to Wrexham's strongest performance this season. What are your thoughts on this? So, fans, do you think Wrexham should increase their offer to sign Doyle now, or wait for other options to emerge before the transfer window closes? Do you approve of Nathan Broadhead? Leave your opinion in the comments. We want to know if you believe he could make an immediate difference to the team, or if the club would be better off pursuing other strategies. Stay tuned here on the channel, because we'll be following Wrexham's every move in this transfer window and bringing you all the latest news.